Folks, more units absolutely nobody wants. What's going to happen with all this inventory? I'll get into that and then the latest home prices and insights for condos across the GTA for week ending July the 3rd, 2024. There are a ton of condos available for sale. That number keeps growing, and it seems buyers just don't want to buy the condos that are out there. How did we even get to this, having a ton of inventory that nobody wants to buy? Because it wasn't that long ago where buyers were gobbling up these condos. Well, that's kind of where the problem started. The buyers that were gobbling up these condos, the majority were investors, and they were buying quick and fast, and builders over the years catered their whole inventory to the investor, because the investor was coming up with money fast and buying multiple units. So builders catered to the investor, and in 1 or 2 days of being for sale, all the pre-construction units were sold fast. Well, fast forward to today and the financial issues that we're having out there, the majority of these condos available for sale are investor-owned condos. But the buyer is an end user today. It's one thing if it's a renter renting the condos, they're not as picky, but the buyer wants to live in a place that, well, they can actually live in, not a little tiny shoebox in the sky. They want more value for their money if they're buying. And if they're buying, it's not like they could change their mind a month later and buy something else. They know that they're struggling for this purchase and they're going in and they're going to be a home owner. They know they're going to be there for several years, so they want to be comfortable. So the inventory available for sale just isn't satisfying the current buyer now that's an end user. So you tell me what you think is going to happen with all this inventory that nobody wants. I'll tell you what my prediction is. The inventory that's there now, none of these buyers want at the current price. The price will change. These homes, these condos that aren't being bought today will be purchased at the right price. And at some point, you can only be on the market for sale for so long when you have to sell. And the prices will come down. And then these buyers that are not finding these units attractive, all of a sudden for the right price, they will be attractive, but also it'll start attracting some of the other type of condos investors. There's the condo investors that's financially struggling right now, and there's the condo investor that is cash heavy that will be prepared to buy some of these condos if they come in at the right price. So you're going to wake up two buyers. The buyer, the end user, for the right price will buy, and the investor condo for the right price will buy. That's my prediction. Prices will come down on these condos that don't make sense currently at the price they're at. If you think this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. If you get value from what we're talking about, subscribe. And if you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. Up here, there's a link. Below this video in the description, there's a link to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you. We'll talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the numbers. Folks, we have a really nice condo for sale. It's a 2-bedroom unit. It's a corner suite. It's in Markham. Check out the video at the end of this video. Here's a quick summary of average sold price for condo apartments. Peel, York Region, Toronto. We're going to start off with the city of Toronto for week ending July the 3rd. 134 condos were sold. 11 of those were at $1 million or more. Sales trending down. The amount of condos selling at $1 million or more trending down. I do want to point out week ending July 3rd. In the middle of that, there was a long weekend. I put a star here showing, look, this is a long weekend. Sales are way down from the previous week, previous few weeks. The previous long weekend also, sales dropped. The previous long weekend, which was Easter weekend, also sales dropped. So look, sales are way down. I don't know how much of that is because it was the long weekend. And the only way to figure that out is to wait for the next week and kind of see how sales balance out. But the long weekend typically does show a reduction in sales across the GTA. So 134 were sold. Average sold price did go up a little bit to 725,000, but overall sales are trending down. Compared to last year, 725 is 6% lower year over year. The median price is 4% lower. And the dotted line, the 4-week moving average, shows that median price and average price overall are trending down. 134 were sold. A quarter, 25% sold at list price or more. Listings are trending down. There are 5,683 available condos for sale. So that's active listings. Active listings is down a little bit over the previous week, but overall it's been trending up. And I'm just going to go back one slide. If we're sold 134, that would mean only 2.4% of all available condos sold in 1 week. 2.4%. You really got to do something special to get your condo listing to stand out. Months of inventory, it was already trending up, but now it's shot way up to 9.8 months of inventory. Now, I must say, sales were way down, and because of that, months of inventory is way up. But part of that is because of the long weekend. So if we even just say, okay, so maybe it's not 9.8 months of inventory. Well, the previous week was 8.3. The weeks before that, it was 6 and a little bit above 6 months of inventory. That's still way up there, especially when you're looking at the 8.3, 9.8. We'll see what happens over the next few weeks. But months of inventory really high for condo apartments right now. That was the whole city for Toronto. This is broken down. This breaks the city down into 9 different sections. 9.8 months of inventory, the whole city. Downtown Toronto, 14.9 months of inventory. Really a crazy number. If you're thinking about a buyer's market, we say a buyer's market is between more than 5 months of inventory. This is at 14.9. There are 2,199 active listings just in downtown Toronto. Only 34 were sold. That means 1.6% of the active listings are selling. Only 1.6%. That's not a big number, folks. You look at some of the other areas here. If you're just looking at the downtown, then you got the uptown core. Midtown is 14.1 months of inventory. Uptown, where prices are a bit more affordable, at 5.7 months of inventory. That's a little bit more reasonable, 5.7 versus the 14.9. You've got High Park, 8.5. Etobicoke, 8.9. Scarborough, I guess, quite reasonable at 6.5 months of inventory. But that's what you get. Different areas, different attitudes, different price points. That's the whole city. Let's look at York Region condos. 25 condos were sold. No condos sold at $1 million or more. Like many of the other areas, the long weekend, we see a drop in sales. Average sold price also plummeted to 626. Average sold price has been trending down. Compared to last year's 626 is 13% lower year over year. The median is also 13% lower. 25 were sold. This is a little bit crazy to understand here, but the percentage selling at list price or more has been trending up. It's 44%. But a quick, simple explanation, and we've seen this where Condos listed traditionally not selling, not selling, not selling. The seller needs a sale. Price is reduced, it sells quickly at list price, or reduced with an offer date and it sells because that price is so low. They absolutely need a sale, and that's where that percentage comes in. Listings trending down, active listings trending up, months of inventory. It was hovering around 5.5. It's now sitting at 8 months of inventory. Condos for Peel region. 21 condos were sold. 2 of those were at $1 million or more. Sales did come down. Long weekend really didn't affect it much the previous long weekend. Average sold price for Peel region condos looks like it's trending up. What's going on with that? Average sold price sitting at $650,000. That's the highest average sold price we've had all year so far. Compared to last year, $650,000, a little bit higher, but rounded. There's a 0% change. The median price is 3% higher than where we were this time a year ago. 21 were sold, 24% sold at list price or more. Listings is trending down. Active listings, a little lower from the previous week, but overall trending up. Months of inventory, way up there at 8.6 months of inventory. Here's a quick summary. 9.8 for City of Toronto months of inventory. York region is 8. Peel region is 8.6. Year over year, though, 4 months of inventory for City of Toronto, 3.9 for York region, 3 for Peel region. Big contrast to where we are today with months of inventory. Thanks for watching. Check out the video of this awesome condo. Folks, you're about to see the inside of Unit 910 at 9500 Markham Road. It's located directly across the street from the GO train station. Lots of updates, new kitchens, bathrooms. This is 900 square feet unit, 2 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, parking and locker. Have a look.